CPT JJ-CPV Introduction, page 13, part 9.
General criteria for Category 1 and Category 3 codes. Continued change applications.
Yeah, we are continuing viewing how the applications are handled by the CPT staff, right? So, the first one.
The structure and content of the proposed code descriptor accurately reflects the procedure or service as typically performed.
Right. So when you send a new code, you have to send a descriptor, which means a description of what it is, what's the procedure, how it's done. Now, this description has to be accurately. It means it has to be precise. The reflecting the procedure or service as is typically performed. Don't put exceptions. It's typically performed. Typically, it means that everybody does it this way, right? If always or frequently performed with one or more other procedure or services, the descriptor, structure, and content will reflect the typical combination or complete procedure or service. Don't forget that if this particular procedure that you are wanted CPT to add is done with other procedures, you also have to describe the other procedures. That's what they're saying. Number 3.
The descriptor for the procedure or service is now proposed as a means to report extraordinary circumstances related to the performance of a procedure or service already described in the CPT code set.
Right. What they're saying here is that if the procedure is already in the CPT code set, but you are trying to make a new code because of extraordinary circumstances, which means circumstances that don't happen typically, but it's one in a million, then it's probably not going to be accepted because there's no code for exceptions. We code for what's typically done. Okay? So that's our theory for today. And then there's a little table there, or a little cell that tells you about the CPT code set. Can you read the first one?
Okay. CPT is a coding nomenclature system of names or terms.
Right. Nomenclature means there's a system of names and terms. What does the CPT do?
That it allows medical procedures to be transformed into numbers.
Right. You have a medical procedure, and if you use the CPT code book, you transform this procedure into a number, right? The CPT is based on professional services provided by who? By healthcare providers such as a physician, nurse practitioner, or physician assistant, okay? And the third?
CPT services include office visits,
which is E and M, right? E/M, which is evaluation and management, right?
Right.
And then?
Surgery, laboratory, radiology, pathology, anesthesia, and medical procedures.
These are, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the 7 parts into which the CPT book is divided. And before each of these parts, there are guidelines specifically for this part that you have to follow and you have to study. Okay? All right, so that's our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. Ready, set, go. Okay, CPT JJ-RVA-259. This is page 81, or exercise 81, right? And it's a level 1 exercise, and it reads like this.
Surgery, male genital system. Scrotal wall abscess drainage.
Right. This is a surgery section of the CPT code book. Is the male genital system, or the male reproductory system, and the scrotal wall. Scrotal is for scrotum. Scrotal wall abscess drainage. That's the procedure, the description of the procedure. Now we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the CPT code for this procedure. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is 55100. Okay, you got that? If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a couple of tips. Okay, first tip.
Scrotal is pertaining to the scrotum.
When you see the word scrotal, it just means pertaining to a scrotum. And the scrotum is the bag that holds the testicles, right? You know that. Okay, now the number 2.
If you start with drainage slash abscess, there's no scrotum in the index.
There's no scrotum in the index. So you can go with drainage abscess, but then you're going to get stumped because there's no scrotum. So where do you go from there? So what do? You change the
order to abscess scrotum.
And then you find all the rest of the keywords, right? So those are our 2 tips. And you know that the answer is 55100. So now we're going to count to 3. So you can pause the video and give us the path to the answer. Okay? The path, how we got to the answer. Okay? So 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is the summary of the whole problem. It's a surgery section of the CPT code book. It's a male genital system. There's a scrotal wall abscess drainage. Okay, and there's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Index.
Then you go to abscess. Then you go to scrotum. Then you go to incision and drainage.
Okay, and you get what?
You get 54700 and 55100.
Okay, you get 2 codes, right? So we're going to go to the tabular to check those 2 codes.
Okay.
So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
And then you check the first one, right?
Yes.
What is the first one?
54700.
And there's one word there that we don't find in the text. That's why I eliminated. What's that word?
Epididymis.
Epididymis. There's no epididymis in our text, so we probably don't need that. Let's check the other one. What does the other one say?
The other one said 55100.
And that is, what is the descriptor of that?
Drainage of scrotal wall abscess.
Which is, it has all the words that we need, right?
Right.
So this is the right one. That's why we have an equal sign at the end, which means that this is our code. And so the answer is 55100. Okay? So thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit our website. And also
you could subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Okay, and just clicking that subscribe button right there in red. And what do they get?
You will get up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, so thank you for watching, and don't forget to visit our website and subscribe to our videos. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.